Today in the Frontier, I'm heading to Wilmington, Delaware for my Bonsai Club meeting, where I am slated to do a quick presentation on super small bonsai. I don't have a cameraman, so you won't see the actual presentation, but later in this video, I'll show you the setup and the trees. The drive today is just the quickest way there. There'll be traffic, stoplights, and sun glare. On the upside, there's not a cloud in the sky and it looks like a beautiful day. It really isn't, because it's bitterly cold out there, but at least it looks nice. As I've said, the drive is nothing to write home about, but it does give me the time to give you a little background on my bonsai problem. I jokingly call it a problem because once you start down the rabbit hole of bonsai, you just keep going and you end up with something like this. I started getting into bonsai because the art fascinated. But it didn't take very long before I realized that I did not have an aptitude for that art, or any art for that matter. But I did find out that I had a pretty good grasp on the horticulture. So fast forward to now, and I've been working with little trees for about 20 years. And I still have an issue with the art, but the process I use allows me to develop some tiny, tiny trees. I know, small trees is kind of what bonsai is, but I've been taking it to the extreme. I am in no way the only one to make such small bonsai, but I've gotten good enough at keeping them alive that some of the other club members are interested in how I do it. And that's why I'm giving the talk today. On a side note, if there's any demand at all, I would not be opposed to trying a dedicated bonsai video or two down the road. Anyway, as I contend with the frustration brought by driving around here, I think about one of the other positive side effects bonsai has brought to my daily life. By nature, I'm an impatient person, and trees don't do anything quickly. So in order to participate in bonsai as a hobby, you have to be patient. And although it has been incorporated into other aspects of my life, driving in Pennsylvania really put that patience to the test. I wasn't sure if I should speed up this drive or just skip it altogether, but I kind of dig this song, so I'm going to speed up the video until I arrive at the meeting spot. Alright, on my way back home. This meeting was a good time. Lots of info and socializing. To be honest, I really struggle with the social stuff, but I'm working on it. My presentation was okay and it seemed well received, or I completely blew it and they were just being polite. I guess I'll never know. The drive home is just reverse of the way here, but with worse traffic, so I'll speed it up to get home so I can show you the setup and the trees I used for my presentation. First tree on the stand is called a dwarf snowbush. That began its bonsai training in 2021. Next to the snowbush is a Japanese maple, and honestly it's not really ready for this pot. It should have had another couple of years of growing, but I got a little overzealous. Next up is a tiger bark ficus, also in training since 2021. I'm not sure what the tree below the ficus is, and not just because of the horrible camera position, but I'm just not sure. I dug it up a couple of years ago, and I put it in this pot last year because I think it works. I'll move stuff around again to get everything in the shot in a minute. To finish off the stand, it's a sarissa. It's been in training since 2016, and a willow leaf ficus in training since 2019. The tree up front on the short stand is a sarissa. It was from a nursery, and I got lucky with the trunk and the root structure, and it was put in this pot in 2023. The little thing on the left is just an accent plant to complement the sarissa. Now that you've seen all the presentation trees, I'll give you my final thoughts today as we revisit the larger willow leaf ficus from earlier. It was purchased as a houseplant in 2020 and is in desperate need of a pruning. This tree has some really good potential and might actually be something nice in the next decade or so. As I said in my very first video, I'm not sure where this channel was going, and I'm still not sure. Everything I've seen on making a successful YouTube channel says I need to pick one thing to direct all my focus. I already kind of messed that up by starting with two things, the frontier and the spider. Then I make it even worse by adding the animals, the bonsai, and the hobbies. But in actuality, I am focused on just one thing, my life, or at least what's left of it. I named the channel Frontier Spider because I have big plans for them, and because the other aspects of my life and channel would be harder, if not impossible, without them. I am aware that this may make it tough to build an audience, which is why I think it's awesome that I've gotten the views and subscribers I have to this point. But honestly, if my multiple and random topics inhibit my success, well, unfortunately, I have to say, so be it. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Have a day.